welcome back to my fall decorating series for 2024, and today we are in the kitchen. I have already cleared everything out, wiped everything down, and I am ready to start from scratch with you. Also in this video, I am going to be sharing with you something that I'm going to do in my kitchen that I have never done before. So I hope you'll stick around. Okay, the first section of my kitchen that we're going to be working on is going to be my long countertop where the big window and the sink is. Now, I know in my previous decorating videos, I kind of gave you a tour of the room first. That's not going to happen this time. I have already moved things around and started cleaning my kitchen, and so I actually have a huge mess behind me and over here in the rest of my kitchen because I've moved everything over there so that we'll have a clean slate to start working on. And I'm excited to start on this side of the kitchen because this is where I'm going to do something that I've never done before. And it may sound silly to you once I tell you what it is, but it's a big deal for me because, well, just let me show you. Okay, this is one of the big problems. I have this huge window in my kitchen, and with all the light that comes through it, which I love, it makes it impossible to film in here. Let me try to focus in. Okay, so here is my countertop. Out there is my porch, of course. And then we have this corner. Now, what I'm gonna do that I've never done before, and I hope I can show you without the whole thing going black, but it's gonna be right here in the window. I have always had these little valance curtains across the top. I have had different ones, but I've always gone with the valance because I love my big window. I love being able to look out, and I try to do these little lacy curtains because that doesn't block the view as much. But what I'm going to do today is I am going to take down the valance and I'm going to put up some actual solid curtains. Now, I did get the two-tiered cafe curtains, but they're not lace. You won't be able to see through them, and it's going to cover up the majority of this window. I don't know how this is going to turn out. I'm doing this with you, but I'm ready for a change. Let me go grab the curtains, and I'm going to put them up, and I'll be right back. Okay, well, I really don't know what to think. This is so different. I have never not been able to look out my kitchen window to see the birds and everything else that's going on. I love the curtains. I think it looks really cute, but it's just strange being closed in like this. And I'm used to setting things here on my counter that can go all the way back, and I lost about 4 or 5 inches of my countertop there. I don't know. I really like them, and I like the change, but it's just going to take a little bit of getting used to. But for now, I'm going to leave it like this for a couple days, maybe for good, but I'm going to give myself time to get used to this. Now I just have to learn a new way to decorate. Okay, so I'm going to start this out by replacing the items that will remain on my countertop. This is my air fryer. Then, of course, we have to add the coffee pot. And this is our Berkey water purification system. And now that brings us to the corner beside the coffee pot. This is where I want to start decorating. Now I'm going to add the items to the tiered tray that we need, and that will be the sugar first, then the stir strips, and then this is a little flower pot. If you saw my 2-tiered tray decoration video, it was in it. I'm going to place this on the top, and that pretty well fills the top tier out. But I want to finish it off by adding this sweet little plaque. I did get it at the dollar store for $1. Now, this is the top, short and simple. Now for the bottom, this is a little sugar bowl that I found at Goodwill. It is ceramic. It has this cute little spoon that goes with it. But instead of adding sugar, I put my non-dairy coffee creamer in there. And I'm going to place this on the right-hand side of the bottom shelf just to balance everything out with the white that I have going on the top shelf. Now this is a little sugar packet holder. I have some stevia in there, and I believe I got that little bowl at Dollar General last year. And now I'm going to add this little pitcher. Again, this is from the 2-tiered tray video. I have another one of those little potted plants down in this little pitcher that I also got at Goodwill. Now I think this looks great, but I'm going to add another finishing touch to the back. I have these 2 little plaid stuffed pumpkins. These are also from Dollar General. They do have little stickers on them, but I always turn them around to where they just look plain. And I'm going to place them in the back just to fill in the gap. And when you grab the coffee creamer bowl, you'll see those as kind of a filler. And I think that's going to do it for this little 2-tiered shelf. Okay, now I want to add a little bit of color to the wall. And I think this little picture is perfect. It's a little farmhouse and barn scene with some little sheep out in the field. I love the colors of this, and I think it's the perfect size for this space. And we're going to add this little Mr. Squirrel, and then another item that I use every single day, and that's my little frother. Now, I believe this corner is complete. Now let's head on down to the other end of the counter and fill in the space next to the air fryer. I have this little wooden box that was actually part of a bath gift set that I keep my cutting boards in. These are the cutting boards that I use every day. To redecorate this box, I'm just going to replace the napkin that I had in there before with a little fall colored dish towel. I love decorating with cloth napkins and dish towels, and sometimes at Hobby Lobby you can even find real thin placemats. They add a little pop of color just where you need it. Now to the front of the cutting boards, I'm going to add this little apple pie cutting board, and I love how the beads coordinate with the colors in the towel. And now I'll just add my little rolling pins back in, and I also have this little ceramic rolling pin that I picked up at Dollar General last year. It says "Give Thanks." I'll just place that right on top, and that'll do it for the cutting board box. This is just my oil sprayer for the air fryer, and then this sweet little acorn. I actually had this for about 4 years before I realized it was a candle. Okay, that'll do it for this corner. Now let's move on down in front of the window. This is where things may get a little tricky for me, but I'm going to push forward and grab one of my most favorite things, and that is my Victrola radio. I ordered this on Amazon. I love the vintage look and feel of this. It is AM/FM, and it also has Bluetooth. I'll be sure to link as many items as I can down below. Now beside of the radio and next to the sink, I'm going to go ahead and put this little riser. Again, I believe I got this at Dollar General. And I'm going to place this little round riser on top of it to put my candle. And on top of the candle, I'm going to add this little lampshade. This one has my rooster on there. I know it's not really fall themed, but I just love how these ceramic shades make your candles look like little lamps. Okay, and next to that, I'm just going to fill this little orange glass container with my leftover acorns and miniature pine cones. This is just a plain piece of greenery that I had. And then I'm going to put my home sweet home right here in the front. Then to finish up this area over here in front of the window, I'm going to grab this Hey There Pumpkin dish towel and drape it right over the handle on my dishwasher. Now there's only one more thing to change out, and that is this throw rug. I bought this sage and oak outdoor mat for this area. I thought it was so pretty. I wanted to put it in my kitchen. I loved the colors, but as you can see here, it's way too small. So I came up with an idea. I grabbed a rug that I had in another part of the house. I'm going to layer them, and this should make it the perfect size. I love how this turned out. The camera isn't truly picking up on all of the colors, but it looks like they were made for each other. Okay, so that moves us right on over beside the stove. I'm not going to do a whole lot over here. I know this little tray that I have everything in is not very fall-like, but it's the perfect size for what I keep here. So all I'm going to do is fill in that one little space right there, and I thought this little scarecrow would be perfect. I have scarecrows so far in every room I've decorated this fall. So that's going to be it for this corner. And I think it looks perfect. Now let's head on over to my last countertop, and that's where you'll find my little coffee bar. And some of you may recognize this lamp in the corner. It is from my living room. I drink decaf, so I am using this K-cup maker. I do have some ground coffee in the canister. Up above, I keep my tea and my K-cups. Everything is within reach. I did have a little 4-cup coffee pot here, but right now I am only using the K-cup maker. Now, beside of that is just a little bowl of my cherry tomatoes and the bread box. Now to start out decorating, I want to go back to the corner, and this is going to be really simple. I just want to add a couple pieces of greenery to each side. And then I'm going to add this sweet little owl to the front. And with the owl, I have these little green and gold leaf salt and pepper shakers. Like I've mentioned in my previous videos, I love buying and decorating with these little salt and pepper shakers. I think they're perfect for little spaces. Now let's move on over to my coffee bar. Well, if you're looking to keep your drinks at the perfect temperature, check out this amber coffee mug. It is $114, but this smart mug comes with a charging base, and it'll keep your drinks hot for up to an hour and a half. It's perfect if you're like me and you get tired of running back and forth to the microwave. Now this one is my first one. I've used it every single day, multiple times for over 3 years, and it stopped heating up. I paid just around $100 to $110 for this one, only because it's part of their metallic collection. It's smaller, it's only 10 ounces, it's still connected to the app, it was still charged, but it wouldn't heat. I did find online that if you place your old one on a new charger, it will start heating. So I bought the whole new mug. When I put it on this base, sure enough, it started working again. So now I have 2. And if you drink hot beverages every single day, it's a really great investment. Okay, now moving on. This is just my little pig cutting board, and it's hiding all of my plugins behind there. And if you are on a no sugar or low carb diet, these skinny syrups are perfect. 0 sugar, 0 carbs, and 0 calories. I picked these up at Ross. That first one is caramel pecan. This one's salted caramel, and they're perfect for the fall season. Now, instead of digging through my cabinet all the time, I want to add this little basket with some K-cups. And I also have my Element electrolyte powder. These are actually flavored salts. They have 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 potassium, and 60 of magnesium. I am doing the ketovore diet, so I do like to add these to water to replace my electrolytes versus drinking Gatorade or one of the other type of sports drinks. Okay, and then this is just a little vase that I stuck some fall leaves, some flowers, and made a little arrangement here. And to finish out this counter, I'm going to add my cute little honey pot that I got at Ross right here in the middle. That'll do it for over here, and that leaves our final place to decorate, and that is going to be my kitchen island. Okay, I've already cleared everything off, and I'm going to start by putting a table runner across the top. I chose this one because I felt like it kind of mimicked the pattern that I have in the curtains. So I'm just going to spread that right down the middle. And then the first thing I'm going to put on here is my paper towels, and I usually set them in this little basket thing. Next, I have this little cute pedestal that my mother-in-law got me. And on the pedestal, I'm going to place this sweet little apple pie. It's not real, even though Evelyn, my granddaughter, always thinks it is. Now, next to that, I'm going to put my thick cutting board. I use this a lot whenever I'm vacuum sealing. It's the perfect height to place in front of the vacuum sealer to level things out. On top of that, I'm just going to add another cutting board and my fall flower arrangement. Now, as I set this here, I realized I'm covering up the design on the cutting board. So I'm going to go ahead and flip that around and then place the flowers back on. And beside of that, I'm going to go ahead and add my coffee canister back. That way it's close to my coffee maker still. To finish it, we're just going to add this little rolling pin, and that's going to finish out the island. Decorating your kitchen for fall is a simple way to bring the season's warmth and charm into the heart of your home. It's so easy to add cozy touches like seasonal dish towels, pumpkins, and candles for a welcoming feel. And incorporating fall colors like deep oranges, earthy browns, and golden yellows can transform your entire space, making it feel more inviting and festive. A few small changes can make a big impact, making cooking and gathering with loved ones even more enjoyable during this cozy fall season. And before we move on to the rest of this video, I just have to say, I'm so thankful for the opportunity to share my love for seasonal decorating on my YouTube channel and to spend this time with you. It's been such a joy connecting with this wonderful community, and I truly, truly appreciate the support and encouragement you've shown. Decorating for fall is even more special when I get to share it with all of you. Now, for the rest of this video, I have an update on the curtains. Okay, this is the next night. I cannot get used to these curtains. We've lived in this house for over 13 years, and I have never had curtains on that window. And I have tried this so many different ways. I've done it with them all the way closed. I've tried them with 2 on one side, 2 on the other, to where there's 2 splits. And then there's the one like I have it right now where there's 1 split in the middle. I'm gonna leave it here for a couple days because I know I'm just not used to it. More than likely, I'm gonna end up taking the bottom ones down but leaving the top, just the valance, like what I've always done. Now let me show you the other changes that I made. Because the curtains changed, so did my decor. I have my little candle. I put it up on a pedestal. And this is actually, the one that I had here before had a chicken on it. This has grapes on it, but I'm turning it around this way just so I can get that cream color. And then I added a 2-tier tray. If you saw my previous video on how to decorate a 2-tier tray, this is that tray. I ended up taking the other one apart because I had done it for the entryway. I ended up not using it there. So now it's in the kitchen, And this is what it looks like. This is another little picture that I have, and this is an actual real plant that I keep here in my kitchen. A little angel. I still have the Home Sweet Home back there. I added a couple little pumpkins. This is a little amber, kind of orangish, amber colored glass vase. I think I actually got that at the Dollar Tree a couple years ago. And this is just some greenery that I had in it. And I worked the knife block back in. My goal is to get these knives in a drawer somewhere. I hate having this knife block on the counter. Not that I don't use these every day. That's why they're still on my counter. But my goal is to get these off of the counter. Now to this cutting board box, I added another layer here. These are actually cloth napkins. This is a dish towel, but this is a cloth napkin. I took my big cutting board out, not cutting board, but rolling pin out, and just stood that one up like that so you can see it a little better. And so those are the changes that I made to the countertop. Now I did also add a Hey There Pumpkin dish towel. I just tied it on here with a ribbon so that whenever I open up my dishwasher, it doesn't fall on the floor. That kind of holds it on. The only changes that I made here was I added this little Home Sweet Home. This is from Walmart, and then these are those extra Hobby Lobby pumpkins that I picked up. And that's it. Okay friends, so here we are, 2 weeks later. The curtain saga continues. I did make some more changes. I'm going to go ahead and show you what I did, and then I am going to show you what will hopefully be my final decision when it comes to these curtains. Okay, of course the hard part is filming this in the daytime, so I'm going to move this around to try to get things zoomed in. But you can see here what I've done is I did remove the bottom layer of the curtains. I hated it. I just hated it. It didn't look right. I don't have anything here in the middle of the frame to support a thinner rod. So that was my choice. You know, I had to just remove it or have that big shower curtain looking thing through the middle, and that just wasn't setting well with me. But I do have one more idea that I'm going to try in just a minute. Let me show you just one little change that I made to the decor. I have my cutting board box here on the windowsill at an angle because, as you can tell, I finally got rid of that knife block. I'm so happy that it's gone. Now the knives are the knives that I use every day, so I needed them to be convenient. But if you're like me, you know whenever you make a change like that, it just causes a domino effect. Well, what I actually did, I added my steak knives in here with my silverware. Yes, I need a new silverware holder. This, believe it or not, was the silverware holder that I got at my wedding shower, and we are about to celebrate our 30th wedding anniversary. Can you believe that? So it is a little chipped, but that will be another video whenever I finally swap this out. But anyway, for now, I'm just showing you I did add the steak knives there. And if you come right down here to this last drawer, I picked this up at Walmart and put the rest of our knives here. These are a few random knives that we use, and so everything fit nicely in this one drawer. And because these knives were already in here, we were used to coming here for a few knives anyway. So picking up a new habit hasn't been too hard with that change. But now, let me show you my new idea for the curtains. Ta-da! Here they are. I bought a swag, one for each end, and I love it. This is the best of both worlds. I still get to have the valance across the top that doesn't obscure my view, and I still kind of get the feel for having some long curtains. I really like it. I hope that y'all like it, and I know that you probably think I've been really ridiculous about this, but as you can see, changing curtains in this window apparently is not that easy. But I love this. The only change, if I make any more changes, is I may buy a second pair of swags and put one here so that it looks like two separate windows instead of this long part. But for now, I'm very happy with it just the way it is. So thank you, friends, for being patient with me, even though I've probably been a little silly about this whole thing. Okay, so with October coming to a close this coming week with Halloween, and some of you may know that I got called away for jury duty that set me back about a week and a half, I think right here will be a perfect place to end my fall 2024 decorating series. I just want to thank you so much for choosing to come along with me as I've decorated each of these rooms in real time. And if you're just passing through and you haven't subscribed, I would really love it if you would go ahead and hit the red subscribe button and choose to join our Heartfelt homemaking community. And of course, the easiest way to show your support for this channel is just to give these videos a big thumbs up. Well, I truly hope that you have a blessed rest of your day, and I look so forward to spending more time with you in the next one. See you then. Bye.